They thought I fell off. I was just in the cocoon. I didn't go ghost. I went in. Discipline over distraction. Value over validation. Welcome back to the PhilosoFee Show. This podcast is not for everybody. Some people are cool with where they are, and that's fine. But this one, this episode, this era, it's for the ones who want more. I'm not saying you gotta think like me. I'm saying if you feel like there's something more out there for you, if where you at ain't where you wanna stay, then you might be right here with me. See, the hardest thing for me lately has been being around people who don't want to grow. Not even spiritually, just mentally, emotionally, financially. I get bored quick. Not because I'm ungrateful, but because I know I've tasted purpose and I want more of it. So I'm picking my pleasures wisely. I've pulled back drastically. I ain't smoking every day no more. I ain't drinking just to pass time. Nah, if I do it now, it's a celebration, not an escape. I might go 3 months clean, locked in, then loosen up for a weekend. But I'm done making habits out of distractions. I'm at the halfway mark in life, and I've decided I want to live the way I want to live for the rest of my life, starting now. What I've learned in this cocoon stage is that tomorrow don't even exist yet. Yesterday, gone. So really, it's all about today. And the question becomes, what kind of moments are you creating while you're here in this wild, beautiful simulation they call Earth? What will you make out this moment? 'Cause that's the only thing real. This moment.
Hey, let this shit run, son.
On who? On me. My affirmations of a real bitch. You on your shit, you on your shit. You the one, ain't nobody fucking with the fuck. Hype me up, hype me up, hype me up. I hype me up. Okay. I got 99 problems, but I got 100 reasons. If it rains, sleet, or snow, I'ma ball air season. 'Cause I gotta hype me up, hype me up, hype me up. I hype me up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Stars steady falling, destiny calling. Remember the falling, remember the falling. Stars steady falling, destiny calling. Remember the falling, remember the falling.
I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. 'Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs. Politicking with a chicken, that was the mission. Relaxing, just sipping, no policy hidden. Burdens were few, see cats with the kittens. When laws came around, then niggas got missing. It was ciphers going down, we parking lot pimping. Cars rolling up, drop the windows that's tinted. Daps and hugs, show mutual feelings. MCs all around, it was stiff competition. We progress, this hip-hop agenda. Those without bars, we return to sender. Nights at High Point, I clearly remember. Shout out to Luke Mine and DJ Finster. The culture took form, it looked like a blender. Patience were patronized, consumed by the splendor. Euphoric was the scene, everyone was contenders. When giants fell down, it kinda sound like timber. I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs. I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs. I remember chicken wing cookouts, needing no lookouts, food stamps. I was scared to pull the book out. DJ spinning, speakers still hitting. Old school cars with the souped up engine. Cardinal Glennon, chrome rim spinning. Clark Wallabies with your favorite linen. Hugging the block was usual things. And 2 for 15, I'm trying to get that cream. Before slime balls was slick and backdoor trick. Someone deep in the game and shit got thick. I chose to leave it in the game and switch my fix. Now I'm still here writing these hits. Hip hop is the shit. As I state my claim, by time these niggas notice the name, I'm daddy rich. I brought it back to the state, just hoping that these cats can relate. I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs. I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs.
Yep. Welcome back to another episode of the PhilosoFee Show. You're here with your boy Tweety the Don, No Crumbs Coalition. That's the movement. I'm just gonna jump right in it because I got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? That's all. But I'm gonna jump right in it. I hope everybody having a great day. You know, shout out to everybody out there protesting ICE. You know what I'm saying? I salute you. It's I say this. I'm a military. I'm ex-military. I deployed. I was National Guard, Missouri National Guard, and I deployed. I made it up to the rank E6. And I went in when I was under Barack and I was under Donald Trump. And what I do know is what people make you think, or you thinking certain things that you don't know, like the military wouldn't do this because of this. They only do things because of their personal interest in whoever's leading. Okay? If you thought the feeling of wanting to abuse another human being has went away, it hasn't. If you thought that people, or you tripping off of how can somebody vote for known pedophile or racist, or how can they, justify a killing of some innocent citizen, not an immigrant, because this is what it was about. That's what they mask is about, but you see what it's really about. And all you can do is just say, the civil rights era pretty much shunned a lot of things that was deeply embedded in certain people. And that's what you're seeing now today, especially with social media is so good at bringing that out. People don't even know or care that they're showing. Listen, let me tell y'all something. You know why they killed MLK? I didn't really know why, and you can make whatever your reason is your reason. I'm gonna tell you the simple reason why they killed him, and I didn't even think of it, and it's because he taught nonviolence. He was teaching them to do peaceful protests so the animals can come and people can see the animals that will kill you, string you up, beat you up, talk shit to you, dog you so bad because they don't want you to be in their restaurant or in their schools or that type of shit. If you didn't think if you thought that was gone and you fell for the okie doke, because people can act and put on masks all day long. But I've been in the military. I look in eyes of potential enemies, but allies on the field. You have to see that. When we on the field, we all have the same agenda when we go on war. Outside of that, we don't have, for most of them, we don't have the same agenda. It's something in them that comes from that time, whatever that is, you can call it whatever you want, it's still there, and they need that. You can just tell. Civil Rights Act, Barack get in, you can keep talking stuff if, motherfucker never be a president, because me personally, you listen to shit and you be like, damn, man, I never see a black president. But not somebody, it wasn't like you couldn't be. So when it happened, it had an effect on us as a people, then it had an effect on them as a people too. So these things, all I'm saying is you're fighting for a different America. Just know that. That's why they give us straps. That's why we got guns. Because it could easily be a civil war quickly. Man, if somebody came rolling up on me with not looking like the regular police, man, I damn near might shoot them. Well, I don't even know about Mike, to be honest with you, because I don't know who you are. Who are you rolling up on me like this? This ain't no movies. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, again, shout out to the protesters. Shout out to Don Lemon and all the reporters that got hemmed up because Trump pretty much putting people, he got his enemy list. You might be the next victim if you talk. I know motherfuckers scared, and ain't nobody scared. Don't nobody give a fuck. You gonna go when you go. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I'm gonna say is, I know I'm not living to, I'm not living here in America or want to be in America to hurt other people or look at other people get hurt too. So, with that being said, I got something else to tell you. I was thinking, and the forefathers, the ones who came up with the Constitution, unless they hid a piece somewhere, or I don't know if, I'm gonna have to look that up. But I'm gonna say this: if we can read the Constitution, everything in it, including the amendments and all of that, because the country grows, the country evolves, supposedly. And at one point, it's not gonna be all good all the time. And hopefully you don't
descend into where your wealth is like you go half down to what your wealth is with the same population. That's going to change. And my thing is looking at what's happening, because it's a fight for your life. You know what I'm saying? Some people are picking their spots because, you know, it definitely looked like Trump know what he's doing. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't underestimate him. And that's why he has a lot of people fucking with him, because they, they identify with him. Racist, kind of racist, use racist tactics. You know what I'm saying? All shit he do, he let his people off, and he go after the people who don't fuck with him. That's what he's doing as a president. That's easy to see. You know, so you just gotta know that. But I'm off of that, and my point of saying that, man, is the Constitution is written to be interpreted and to be enforced. And whoever there in front of it, if you know that it's meant to be interpreted, you can twist that interpretation to it. Just like they twisted the Bible to act like it was supposed to be. That's what slavery. It even says in the Bible type shit. They twist the interpretation. So that's all they doing with the Constitution right now. Because I people, I'm just listening to these people talk, and it's like, y'all artificially intelligent. So when they said watch out for the AI, they really meant watch out for the AI, because these human beings, most of them who voted for Trump, and I see it even on my social media and Facebook now, they're just getting fed stuff that's not true, hateful, and he knows that it's enough people in this country that's on some white supremacy shit, which is shunned by Americans for the most part, not this administration. So you see what I'm saying? That's power that they're getting in their minds. Like you just see it, and it's not the right type of power. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to cause friction. And it works either way for him. It don't matter. If white supremacists is not going to work out as great as you think it's going to work out, because he's using you as a pawn. Listen, these are old tactics to straight cause problems in your own country. And people ain't even, and my thing is, you gotta understand this. These are still the spirits of the Civil War. But it's no slaves. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even that. It's just, now it's just about feeling powerful. You're so comfortable now that you got a trip. It's something you need to cause some issues in this country, and you'll be a part of it, even if you're on the wrong side of it, because it's just using. You know what I'm saying? And that's what social media has done to our brains now. You see, man, on my Facebook page, I'm getting nothing but right-wing things, and black people saying this and about this riding Trump dick. Everything is in, something came out about Barack Obama and this and that. And I'm just like, y'all really think a motherfucker that stupid to think that this is real? You see how many people in Minnesota is protesting? That means there's some people out here that can see through that dumb, stupid shit. I put not interested, because I can see, you know, it's enough real news outlets to check it, Google and all that other shit, unless they took that over. But it's not. It's really getting to me ridiculous. But to each his own. So what's actually happening? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about Minnesota. Let's talk about Maine. Let's talk about all these cities that's pushing, with all these states that's pushing back on ICE. That's holding back on ICE. What's actually happening constitutionally? The 10th Amendment says the federal government cannot force states or local police to enforce federal law. That's called anti-commandeering, and the Supreme Court has upheld it. Even though we know Trump don't care about that. Sanctuary policies are legal because refusing to help ICE is not exclusion. It's not obstruction. It is. It's in the Constitution. 10th Amendment. It's simply declining to participate. Gotcha. Okay. Federal agents can still operate, but they can't compel cooperation. They can't make you move your forward. Because they don't know if you're there. For ICE unless they use saying you're there. But that, or vice versa. You can't, if you are there, you're wrong. But that don't mean you get killed. Or state by threatening unrelated funding. Okay? So yes, Minnesota has a sanctuary state where illegals can come and they'll know they're illegal, but they'll help them through the illegal system. And my thing is, if they get all the way up to Minnesota, like, or whatever, I don't know if they come from Canada, but if these are Mexico, coming from Mexico, they got a long way to get to Minnesota. But, you think about that. The power move. Trump isn't breaking the 10th Amendment directly. He's working around it. So he can come in there, he can send the agents in there to do whatever you want to do. You know? He just can't force them to do it. So that's why, and I don't know how well it's sticky. But he already sued to get ICE out of there. But I don't think he can sue them to get out of there. This is all constitutional because it's federal. So, by flooding resistant states with ICE, this is a power move Trump. Okay? Trump isn't breaking the 10th Amendment directly. He's working around it. By flooding resistant states with ICE. He applies pressure without asking permission, uses federal authority with leverage, delegates enforcement and fallout down, keeps his hands clean at the top. So, Donald Trump knew what he was going to do. In 1 year, he took over the DOJ. He already had placed judges where he needed them for certain things. Everybody who was doing their job through their eyes of the Constitution, which was cool until Donald Trump showed up. all them people who against him and don't, you know, care for him, he's sending people out. So that's why he's in those states. Alright? That's proxy power. The narrative layer. Okay, now listen. The open border claim isn't about acts. It's about fear activation. Fear justifies force. Get it? Fear justifies force. That's why they storm. Okay. Force normalized spectacle. So, see what they did January 6th. Now you're seeing what they doing with ICE. This is what, come on, they minds up, okay? No apologies, no consequences, no concessions, only repetition. Okay? So the real question, the Constitution limits power on paper, but norms enforce it in real life. Okay? Norms. When norms collapse, power doesn't disappear. It concentrates. That's not politics. That's mechanics. Okay? So, it's a truth going on. Right? Because the Republican Party before Barack, and even during Barack, the Republicans was pretty much was compromised. So that's why it was so easy for Trump to take over that party, because they had a section of people who pretty much felt like they was left out. More black this, more immigrants coming. You know, and the thing is, man, just to say it out loud and be honest, man, it's the white man. This is whatever point, or I have to look up the percentage, man. Let me look it up. What percentage of white is right there? Like there. Becoming extinct. Deep thought. You know what I'm saying? Perception that white people are becoming extinct is largely driven by a conspiracy theory known as white inside. Well, the Great Complexity Theory, the Great Complexity Theory, which posits that white populations are intentionally being replaced by non-white immigrants, while demographically, white populations are shrinking in some regions older age structure. Okay, they're claiming not. So that's what they say. So I feel what you think. 2024, 1/3 of all Americans, that's 32%, statistic disparity. So, 2024, 3/4 of Republicans agree with the element. 73%. So you hear that? 73% of Republicans. That was the base that was like, they feeling, they're gonna be big state. Like, that's sad, in real life. But you're not gonna be extinct. America, if it was just meant for white people, it should have been called white people, something like that. Obviously, it's not. And, power is gonna change, power is gonna switch, I hope y'all not just following ignorance as far as like thinking that the people social media got y'all and everybody. A lot of people tripping. But once that's gone, once they can't hold up, it's not going. We can't turn back the hand of time. So I hope you think that people listening. And Democrats, I'm gonna tell you right now, you can hear it from me. Don't have a candidate for Trump right now. Y'all slacking. All that other stuff you talking. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I don't want to hear you going to court. You know what I'm saying? One faction you have to be on some kick-ass shit, and another faction you to be on maintaining the code. Shout out to Biden. Shout out to Barack. They put on for the culture. All the culture. I don't agree with everything with Obama, and I don't agree with everything with Biden. I think Biden had a great 4 years. Great. Way more better than Trump's first 4 years. And he's definitely fucking up on this to me. So, we're gonna go to a quick break. Y'all go do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? But, we'll be right back.
Let's keep it gangsta. Just keep it gangsta. Let's keep it gangsta. Just keep it gangsta.
Shit, it's your ass.
Well, good sir.
Why the fuck am I here, man?
You know what? I always like meeting you. You know that?
Damn!
Well, you want to know why you here?
Why, man?
You're fucking with the system. That's the problem.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You know what? It's funny that you ask. Because for some reason, you and your brother, your boss, can't seem to get their shit together. I told you niggas, I need y'all out of the way.
Out of the way?
You know me, Mr. Out the way. Run it up while I'm saving face. In and out before they know the blade. Suit and tie or the Crocs today. Man, make the glove, not the other way. Go to roof. All about principles. Move like a general. Respect it or get your foe. Cause life is gon' pull you good. Make sure that you're standing on.
That's cute. That's cute. My son got the same one, homie.
VIP speed. Every hood know her.
Man, if you don't get your damn Avenger.
Hey boss, is he good?
What the fuck?
Yeah, let him in.
Get your swole ass. What's up with my... Yo, man. I came to a little bad cave, man, to let you know. That little crooked ass cop, Johnny Law, man, had me in the interrogation room for 3 hours, man.
You finished?
I ain't tell him nothing, Jay.
Are you finished?
I'm done, man.
First off, you said you was talking to the law? Mm-hmm. And you come here?
So you think I fucking snitched on my own fucking brother? You're a family, bro. This is our shit. This is our business.
My nigga. You know what? This is what we gonna do. Because when it comes to this empire,
Okay.
this empire,
Okay.
no one stands in the way.
You ain't do whose side? Look, man, I'm here to tell you about this crooked ass cop, Johnny Law. What the fuck we gonna do about him? The nigga brought laws all to my goddamn son's birthday party. Your nephew. We need to handle that nigga, bro.
What we gonna do is, I'm gonna contact you with the alerts and the spots, and you make the drop. You understand? Since you ain't got nothing to do with it.
Holla at me, brother.
Be on the lookout for the alerts, nigga. That's my brother-in-law. My brother. But you watch his ass.
I'm original one, I'm son of the sun. Don't forget where you are, become as you are. Respect goes a long way, let's keep it a G. Let's keep it a buck, let's keep it 100, we're not opponents. Ain't no pushover, don't take my kindness for weakness. I stay ready for every season. Catch a pick six, girl, you're treason. Just keep it gangsta. Stand on business, keep it gangsta. Suit and tie, it's just so gangsta. VIP suite.
What? I don't even know what the fuck you talking about, man.
Gangsta. Let's keep it gangsta. Let's keep it gangsta. Hands up high. Let's keep it gangsta. Let's keep it gangsta. Hands up high. Let's keep it gangsta.
Hey, boss. Keep it gangsta.
Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of the PhilosoFee Show. You're here with your boy, Tweety the Don. We're going to jump into that What's the Real. If you've been tuning in, I've been doing 48 Laws of Power. This week we're doing Laws 34 to 37. These laws deal with presence, timing, detachment, and spectacle. This isn't about domination. This is about commanding perception without chasing attention. Law 34. Act like a king to be treated like a king. Power respects self-position, not explanation. Relationship. The moment you beg to be understood, you lower your seat. Business. Authority that apologizes prematurely invites review. Reinvention. Carry yourself as spinach, or the world will treat you as a victim. Law 39. Master the art of time. Aggression is weakness disguised as hurt. Relationship. People who pressure decisions fear outcome. You know what I'm saying? Somebody trying to rush you to do something or pressure you to do something. They pretty much tripping off. Business guy. The patient player in her reinvention. Move when leverage is right, not when emotion is right. Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Reactions give power away. Relationship. Indifference ends manipulation. Ready? Indifference ends manipulation. Business. The moment you chase, you reveal dependence. Reinvention. What you ignore loses leverage over you. So the same things you can't have it on the law. Law 37. Create a compelling spectacle. Create compelling spectacle. People remember pictures, not paragraphs. That's definitely one of them. Relationship. Presence speaks louder than reassurance. So being there is way better than just saying, yeah, I love you. Business game. Narratives outlive numbers. Reputation. If you don't define the image, someone else will. So that's law 34 to 37. Not power over people, but power over perception. And again, I'm teaching. If you have any questions, go ahead and put it in the comments. But I read this book. I didn't like it at first. I've read it 2-3 more times in a few other books that he wrote, and they helped me out tremendously in my life. So that's what I'm trying to give back, man, because everybody, you know, if you're gonna be on here, try to uplift people. And I get whoever, if you're on the other side, you're doing what you're supposed to do, but it's too easy to go to that side. We all are caught in this social media time, and it's not good for us mentally. You know, we get too polarized, we get too desensitized, and this is a country, blood, bones, you know, lives, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. And it's like people, you would rather get ready to come out and kill people than work with them. For what? Your life ain't that bad. You get what I'm saying? That's kind of, I guess that's what, when they talk about good and evil, that might be what it is, because it's like, I know how I'm living, and I haven't been a slave. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. But since I've been living in America, I'm happy. Do I want more? Of course. But it's not to the point where I'm mad at a race of people or immigrants or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just that those are false fears for this. The fear that people that live in America must have is what are getting taken away from you. Because the government is supposed to be for the people. It's supposed to take care of the people that take care of this country. Unless somewhere up there I'm tripping, unless I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. It ain't because it's supposed to be one color. That's the stupidest shit ever. or if it is one color, if you want to say you superior, you can think that. That's why y'all mad at the trans. That they can actually get away with it and y'all can't. Because you have to prove that. Like, and my thing is, I don't give a fuck. You don't have to. If you think you the superior race, goddamn, think it. But that don't mean you're supposed to kill motherfuckers or treat motherfuckers bad. No shit like that. That's the fucking word. That's a insecure problem. Because if you superior, you'll just make everything good for everybody. Because that's what superior means. You make things better. But nah, if you just make it better for yourself or not the whole country, there's something wrong with you. Oh, it gotta be here, it gotta be there to fall in place. Whoever gotta be there. Whoever gotta be there will be there. But it won't be just one color. Unless, you on some bullshit, which, So, those are the type of things that how I'm looking at politics right now. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican at this point. I'm really not, because I'm not just gonna blame Republicans for this shit. I'm blaming the government. How could y'all let this happen? Everybody want to blame this and blame that. No, the government let this happen. Y'all let this dude with 31 felonies sidestep the most important court case, had him throwing dumb shit at them to slide him off to where then this month. All shit to knock them off. That was like, they knew what they was doing. Trump and them knew what they was doing. So, y'all, I can understand the first time. Because it was like, I thought it was a joke. I ain't gonna lie to you. But it wasn't. This was reality. And that's when I knew it was real. I'm like, okay, so these people been humble and didn't like humble pie when Barack got in. They had to humble themselves, and they didn't like that. So they needed somebody to come in and push back races and do all that. And you can see, you see it in their eyes when they was at the rallies, them racist ass rallies. And I don't blame some of the black people that's, you America. Y'all American, man. Your ancestors probably, you just don't know what you had to do to stay alive as a fucking slave back then, from what people talk about. I'm trying to figure out, I'm not even at the point where, if I don't look you in your eyes, I must be scared to look you in your eyes. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna just not look you in your eyes because you white. I don't know that feeling. And that's what I think people, like, why would you want that? Like, I wouldn't even want that type of shit. Disrespect me and my woman in my crib and the things that I do, whatever the case may be. But I don't care if you look at me, if you're staring at me, I'm gonna ask you how you doing, what's up? You all right? That's it. I don't have that type of complex, but I guess that's the complex. All right, what I'm on right now. We did what's the real, so we're gonna go to the case study. I'm gonna keep it funky, you know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna keep it on the real world power review, executive leverage in motion, okay? Now, Pete, what I'm saying, okay? Executive leverage in motion, okay? So listen. 3 branches made to balance each other. Check and balances made to balance each other. Got the executive where the president at, and then that's his leverage. Okay? That's his leverage. The federal executive, all the things he's using and doing is within his power. It's within his power. Okay? Judicial. Then legislative. Legislators supposed to check the executive. Judicial supposed to check the executive and the legislature. Okay? Judicial interpret the law. So that's how, and let me show you this with that Amendment 10 also. This is why ICE actually can get away with what they're doing if they really, as they are doing. It's because, but it's well, anyway, I'm gonna explain this, then you'll understand. That Amendment 10 is the same thing that happened with the Civil Rights Act. Because in all honesty, if federal wanted, they can't impede them from coming in and doing whatever they're going to do. But they didn't have to have a police and their judges within that state to listen to the federal. That's why that's why a lot of black people were going to jail, wasn't innocent, they wasn't guilty. You just say a black person did something, they automatically was going to jail, or they can run railroad you to jail because the state didn't recognize federal shit. That part of the federal shit. And that is totally constitutional. But the executive, which is the, federal, felt like they were wrong for doing what they was doing, so they had to come in and help. You get what I'm saying? So this is the opposite for ICE. ICE is being sent there without them asking, but their threat is a real threat, and that's immigration, illegal immigration. So they can go there and do it, but they know it's a conflict because they are a sanctuary city. So it's a conflict, okay? So let's be clear. This is not politics. This is power. This is power review. We are not using just today's laws. We're observing all 48 laws operating together the way power actually moves. Okay? ICE activity isn't random. It's concentrated. California, Minnesota, Illinois, Maine. These aren't accidents, okay? They're not. These are resistance zones, and you can look them up, okay? Pressure is applied where friction already exists. You know what I'm saying? Because you already, it's like if you go to a gay city and you're pro-gay, it's going to be some resistance. So you already know that, all right? So that's the spectacle. Raids aren't just enforcement. The messages, man. And it's real. You heard, man, these motherfucking agents' mouths are reckless. They called Renee Gooden a bitch after they killed her. Whoever walked to that car, the dude, I think whoever, he probably the one who shot her. I don't know. Then, but he called her a bitch. That's crazy. So that was Law 37. Raids on enforcement, their messaging. Law 34, act like a king. Notice what never happens. No apology, no concession, no admission of error. Power never apologizes down. Okay? Remember that. Court attention at all costs. Every action forces conversation all day. Motherfuckers on my Facebook, it's like I'm so happy that my mental is sane enough to where I see what's going on. I'm getting a whole lot of Trump stuff that's amping them up and dissing Barack, dissing Joe Biden, or I get a little bit of the other one, but I'm not even tripping off none of it, because only thing matters is how the Constitution is being interpreted with this president. And I'm seeing him using bad elements of the country to push an agenda that's not going to work in America, period. Unless it's going to be without war within each other. And who really want to do that? Like, seriously. Like, I've seen the little documentaries of all the right-wing KKK people, or whatever the case may be, and I ain't gonna say they KKK, but they're extreme right groups that's building armies and doing all that, ready, like they're military, ex-military, that's ready to die for Donald Trump cause, which includes them and makes them feel powerful. And it's like, is that worth it? For what? I'm trying to figure out what's the, economic, okay, we go back to the Civil War, slavery. It wasn't about morality. I saw that. I could tell that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could just tell that it wasn't morality. It was economic and power. That's all that was. That's the only reason they went to war on that. They didn't understand the bigger picture of, you're wrong. You are not better than nobody else. We're all the same with differences. A white person can be better than a black person, and a black person can be better than a white person, and a Chinese person can be better than a black person, and everybody is on equal planes when it comes, because I haven't seen, nothing haven't shown me anything different than that except slavery. But if you in America and the people that you enslaved are free now, there's no turning back from that. And that means, obviously, you were wrong. It's cool to have them thoughts in your head, and because this is America, but it's a losing battle. And it's a old type of thinking. I get that you could have thought that, but it's because you didn't know nothing. You didn't have the intelligence to know that we're human beings just like you. I think, because it's weird to me, because I know if y'all thought like that, you already was raping and doing all that shit, so they say. What type of shit you was doing to kids? Because you didn't think you didn't give a fuck. So that's what I be like. The point. What is the point of thinking that you're going to be extinct? You're alive right now. How you going? Huh? The future is left on the kid. You got kids? Okay, so they not. How you gonna be extinct as a white person? I know you gonna have a answer for this, because You've been fed so much stuff to make you believe it. That's what I call artificially intelligent. You're scared of AI, but you are AI right now. You're all artificially intelligent because you're getting fed the wrong shit. That's the war you don't see. In all senses of survival, I get that it's killers and robbers and all that shit, but you have to work together. You got to coincide. America figured that out, but some people didn't like it. I guess a normal, good, middle class to wealthy life ain't good enough for you, because the ones that's poor, they have a better sense of togetherness, regardless. So I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna keep it going, because when you live in a good life and you always complaining about something, then I hear when people listen to you say, yeah, I'm going home, fix my roof, you know what I'm saying, fix my aches back, you can do this shit, you know what I'm saying, going on trips, but you complaining. You know what I'm saying? Something is so wrong when it's not. That is just your spoiledness to comfort. Go do some Legos. You know what I'm saying? Go do something else besides trying to fuck up the country or vote in a fucking pedo. Damn, your mind is y'all that comfortable to where you'll get used and the country get bankrupt or whatever the hell, get people wanting to kill us or whatever the case may be. Or we go into a civil war. You think this dude, he's just gonna be playing you like a fiddle. Because you don't know who's gonna win that war. Regardless of what the fuck you're talking about, you don't know. You don't know how many people hurt, how many people got, who gonna switch up when the motherfucker switch up on them. Oh yeah, all that shit cool and dandy because it ain't no real threat. Don't nobody wanna fuck with y'all. Don't nobody wanna make y'all extinct, stupid. Ain't nobody on that. Ain't nobody tripping off of y'all like that at all. In no type of way. We trying to get money, live our life, and do what we do and die and leave something for our family too. In America, where we were born. That's it. So all that other shit, you just making it up and people putting it in your head. Don't nobody trip off that shit. And if the dude, then listen, I'm gonna be like this, honestly. But it's America too. Because one thing America has taught me, you can be as dumb as fuck as you want to be. But consequences are consequences. Some get, you know, some don't. But law 2. No. Where we at? The law 6, court attention at all times. Every action forces conversation. Outrage through visibility. So we playing right into his hands. Law 26. Keep your hands clean. That's what the boy Trump is doing. But we are recording you. If Trump, because my thing is, you have to have, you got the executive, you don't have all the judges, and you don't have all of the legislators. You ain't got enough to truly have no pushback and do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But my point is, if he's trying to keep his hands clean with the enforcements he got over there, because you know you appointed him You know what I'm saying? Only way they gonna get you, Trump, is if they see that you sent directions. And we know you did. But he's trying to keep this clean. So if we do have to come back and persecute him, that's why he's trying to get immunity. You know what I'm saying? And I see what he means by immunity too, because you got to look. I don't say you have to look on his side, but he is bringing so much stuff up that you're gonna have to put some more amendments and some changes in the Constitution now, if you don't want this to repeat again. You have to have limited terms, specifically. Nobody can go against it. Judges, everybody go by it. You have to put that you can't be a felon or plays the taxes or bankrupt. You can't be the president. See, I don't think you could have, you shouldn't be able to be a business owner. You have to give all that shit up or have it in your family name. You can keep it within your family and all of that. That you should be smart. But as a president, you don't have to give all that shit up. No interest. With none of your business, you can't have no interest in none of that shit. Unless it's be by percentage or some shit like that. You need to put that in there, man. And all these groups that will attack the actual government, get them, they need to be on the terrorist list. And we need to figure out what type of country we're going to be as far as when it comes to immigrants. Because you can't have it both ways. You know what I'm saying? Either we're going to be friendly to immigrants that come in, and if they come in illegal, if we're going to be stern, be stern. Because illegal, at this time, I can't speak on it because I'm not a legal immigrant, but I'm going to say this. I don't think coming into the country, if you want to come to a better place, is a bad thing. So I think you're going to have to, you know what I'm saying, get shit, and if you a criminal, you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught. So, you know, we got to figure that out, you know, because that's too easy to weaponize, especially when it comes to these people talking about people coming in and all this other shit. That shit, man, I'm getting tired of these people and they hysterical. Like what y'all so comfortable, y'all can get scared of anything. Y'all got ponds in the back of the door. Y'all got acres. What's wrong with you? I get mad. Woo. All right, anyway. Law 9, win through action, never argue. No debates on the outcome. That's it. Law 11, make others dependent. Institutions enforce, courts delay. You see what I'm saying? And that's what he used the courts for. He delayed shit. He's so smooth, listen. And that's why I say these people identify with him. Women, men, black people, all of them, they all identify with him. Out of all the short, like all the cases he went through, he didn't go through the voters because he knew that was going to tarnish him the worst and paint the president if he did that. You know what I'm saying? That's grounds for getting him the fuck up out of there, even though I still think he would have, because if it's up to the voters, he would have, you know what I'm saying, he would have won. But if it was up to judges and things of that nature to get him off the ballot and he can't even qualify, then they would have got it. You know what I'm saying? So he did the New York one, which he lost. Then he did old girl, and I'm sorry I don't know her name, but the female definitely lost the definition. Boom. He knew his constituent didn't give one fuck about the people. He knew it. And then they know they didn't give a fuck about him frauding because they already know he's a fraudster. They don't care. That made him even more. You know what I'm saying? He's the opposite of whatever the other people was. Don't nobody want to see morality, or don't nobody want to hear it trying to work it out. They want jackass shit because they're artificially intelligent. That's how they get down. That's what they own. They want him to talk like they want to say shit about how they feel without no remorse and don't give a fuck. No respect. Don't care if you shitting on somebody or whatever the case may be. That's just what it's what it is. This is the year of the artificially intelligent and the asshole. It's just what they want. It's just that's what people are going to. Like, why do you want to be an asshole? You be so much of an asshole, you will vote for that. Weird. Same people gonna say, if you come out with some fake shit about Obama, they own him. Oh, Obama, lock him up. We ain't got to try to lock somebody up because this dude made up some shit. Weird. I don't get that. Alright. Make others dependent. Institution is what's delayed. Investigation is turned outwards, not inwards. Law 32. Play defense. Fraud narrative, security myths, control dressed as protection. You hear what I'm saying? Fraud narrative, security myths, control dressed as protection. All you doing is line up this mega night individuals, all these motherfuckers to be the president, getting them riled up to the point where he'll say some shit and they finna be doing some shit because they feel like he was gonna pardon them and all that type of shit. That's how they don't care about nothing else. They're just waiting for something like that. And it's like after it happens, you kill somebody or kill something. That's gonna make you feel better. Because if you do, that means you have a problem. Because it's not that serious. And anybody that's making you think that this country was going in the wrong direction, they fooled you, man. They fooled you. Because they know you have that gene that you need to feel like you got some type of power. That will destroy everything that we as a collective brought to this murder. You know? As a collective. So, law 3, conceal intentions. Yeah, that's the point y'all should be really thinking about instead of being all caught up in this, arguing with each other, repeating everything you see on Facebook and whatever he say, because he definitely knows you motherfuckers and some Facebook motherfuckers and some social media motherfuckers. That's why he got whatever he got, Truth Social. I can just imagine what's on there. You know what I'm saying? Conceal intention. What looks chaotic is structured. Remember, what looks chaotic is structured. And here's the key most people miss. This only works if you accumulated power first. Judgment, agency, appointments. Investigations don't search for truth. They search where they're pointed. Remember, they search where they're pointed. And when you hear talk of third term, When you hear talks of third terms, fourth terms, that's not delusion. That's memory plant. Artificial intelligence, motherfuckers. Artificially intelligent motherfuckers. Plant that shit in your head so you can go ahead and do what you want, like what you feel to keep that power, because that's what you want to keep that power. Yeah, he got rid of that makes y'all feel so good. Yeah, we extinction. We're gonna be extinct. You're not gonna be extinct, but you know what? I think you should get third. How many years is it gonna take y'all to get over this subject? And it works. You know, there's a whole lot of other stuff that we could be worried about. Food, all that type of stuff. Y'all let business dictate America when y'all try to act. Y'all talk shit about the jobs all the goddamn time about corporate America ended up. Y'all not making sense to me except your artificial intelligence. Because a lot of these motherfuckers is kind of smart. It's for a technical, I guess they're just like, y'all used to be slaves. Y'all, you know, y'all got the technical ability. You're just going to utilize you for what you're going to utilize you for, and that's to help destroy them. By he gets all the power. The only power you get is that you help. That's enough for y'all. Sad. It's true. Law 27. Create a cult-like following. You did that like a mother. A cult-like following. Repetition turns impossibility into potential. Just like you got ice cream. Repetition turns impossibility into potential. This is a man who learned. His first term was exposure. Second phase is execution. Whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? This is applied power at scale. Okay? So, I'm happy that I see what's going on. You know, I'm not here to stop it. I'm here to just let people know. I saw it. I didn't see it coming the second election. Well, I did see it. I didn't see it coming the first election. I think he just didn't to figure it out what she did. But I didn't see it the first time, but I didn't believe it. But I did see it in the people. And I saw how quickly me seeing things through my lens and me expressing it through my lens to people who actually want the books. And then, you know, I'm just gonna say, this is, you know, I knew people didn't like it. Wow. I didn't trip off of it, but too many around me who admitted that they voted. I didn't ask. You know, my mind wasn't really on it. But when Trump got in, and I just heard how many people against Hillary that had woke me up. We are human, and we are basically some people need feel like they got a certain power. And, it's just that, you can call it, I guess it's something you can call that. But I'm going to say this, if there's anybody in the Republican Party who, and I've seen a lot of left, but if y'all are out here supporting ICE, let me know why. I'm say it like that. All right, man. I'm about to take a break. We'll be right back. Right back.
Rid of that ass.
Go put my gas.
Man, I appreciate you bringing me to the Big D, fam. It's everything I thought it would be.
Man, I just remember being in the loop, and I was like, man, if you come to the D, man, you'll see what I'm talking about, man. And I'm glad you got to come out, man. And it's just the beginning, Tweezy, I promise you, man.
She sexy like the ride. She slid in my ride. She made me wanna. Shorty not basic, only penthouse views. Lips like some honey, got me lost in the mood. She slid in my ride. She say she like the ride. Look sexy, a model. Instagram rich, put that on the Bible. She gon' get this. She say she like the ride. She slid in my ride. Hop in the whip, baby girl. You know we good. No Diddy, no Drake. Let's get that understood. Might be some baby auto. A little smack and a little tussle, no fist though. You know what's happening. Take a week off, queen. We going places. Paris, Monaco, palaces. Don't pack your shit. I know you got me on the back end. Oh, you gon' bring that one friend. Double down on that D. Just pop the clutch, you don't give a fuck. I'm gon' keep it up, yeah. That weed smoke, that honey pack, gonna test the nut, yeah. You six fuck, you six fuck, you six fuck, you six fuck. That weed smoke, that honey pack, gonna test the nut, yeah. Shorty not basic, penthouse view. It's like some honey, got me lost in the mood. She slid in my ride. She say she like the ride. Look sexy, a model. Instagram rich, put that on the Bible. She gon' get this. She say she like the ride. She slid in my ride.
Come up in my way, just me and you. No interlude. Come bless my mood. She hopped in my ride. I took her for a ride. Like Motorola, I've been through. I had so bad, I'm talking so loud. She took me for a ride. It caught me by surprise. She got that super wet, yeah, that good. Only time she hit a nigga up is for the good juice. Made it super soaker, that slip and slide, it's understood. You can drip on me, but not on my seats, and we all good.
Shorty not basic, penthouse views. It's like some honey, got me lost in the mood. She slid in my ride. She say she like the ride. Look sexy, a model. Instagram rich, put that on the Bible. She gon' get this. She say she like the ride. She slid in my ride. She say she like the ride. She say she like the ride. She say she like the She say she like that.
Black and white. Not what you think. I had a dream. Kids playing outside. Innocent, wild, loud. But it turned quiet the moment they turned on me. No words were spoken. No reasons was given. Like they'd rehearsed it before I even arrived. Black and white. Not race, just contrast. Two tones that showed up when the illusion of gray fades. And in my life, the gray's been fading for a long time. See, I've been in rooms where I gave love and loyalty, only to be met with whispers behind curtains, shadows with names, smiles that rot behind the teeth. I've lifted others, held them up like a mirror showing them who they could be. And they nodded. They nodded hard, told me that's who they were. But then they dropped the act and turned on me too. It's been that way in the underground. 8 years deep. Same cycle, different names. New smiles, same betrayal. I watched crews beef with others. Loud, messy wars in the alleyways of ego. Until one day, they turned the corner. And I was the enemy. But I never fired a shot. I just watched like I did in the dream. Just stood there, still. Present. And they ran past me, ran at me, ran through me. Black and white. And yeah, even in love, I've handed women their own light in words, spoke life into them, told them what I saw. Strength, grace, death. They repeated my words back to me like vows until time tested them, until my reflection made them uncomfortable. And suddenly, I was too much. Too demanding, too real. Black and white. Not color, just clarity. Just the sharp lines between who people say they are and who they reveal themselves to be. But I ain't bitter. I'm awake. I see it now. I see them. I see me. And I realize maybe I was never meant to fit into the chaos of the gray. Maybe I was meant to stand between the black and white. Not blending in, but becoming the contrast.
Yeah, welcome back to the PhilosoFee Show. I pray that's one of my favorites of lyrics. That came from deep thinking. And it will keep me. It definitely changed my way of thinking. Alright, so that's a reflection question today. Black and white. These aren't questions for answers, these questions for alignment. So, first question. Who were you trying to impress that didn't require your impression? I don't know about that. Y'all gotta answer this. Go ahead and do it. Second question. What did you tolerate because it felt familiar? say it's one thing that I figured out about myself. Like, I don't be wanting to make people, well, I don't be wanting my significant other or people that I care about to take my word for life. So sometimes I don't talk. Or I don't talk about the problem or issue. And I don't think, like now, I think that that's like stupid to do if you love somebody. You know what I'm saying? You should, unless you don't love them, then it is what it is. But if you actually love them and want to be with them, and then, you know, it's like, it just takes time. You know what I'm saying? If you just know it takes time, then say something. But if it's something just like, you know it's them, you can't get really mad at that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Either gonna be with them or not. It gotta be like a real problem that might make them think something like you don't fuck with them. That type of thing. But I stopped doing it because that'll put me in a position where, how can I say it? Well, I'll put it like this. If you keep it in, it's gonna come out somehow. You know what I'm saying? So they could come out if they trying to tell you something, and then you snap. But it ain't that time for that. You should have been serious. So I done been in them situations too many times. Or another thing is still goes with the saying something, pretty much expressing your feelings when it's not always positive. But just accepting certain shit. I think in a relationship, and I could be wrong, people, you know, you gotta let me. But I know for me, if you're in a relationship, it's like really serious. So it's either you're gonna combat or you're gonna accept. I'm in my life where I can understand what I believe I know what I should combat or not. Certain shit I just don't give a fuck about. Most things fucking material or the attitude of the relationship. But if you're serious about your relationship, you won't have to have those more conversations, or it's gonna come out unexpected. I want to be comfortable in my relationship, so I've been learning to speak, say something. I know the worst thing that I be getting is my mouth out the way I say shit. But I'm gonna say this on my behalf. If I come to you and say we need to talk, that means that's about as time as I'm gonna ever be talking about it. That's it. If I gotta say it again or if you start combating it, then it's gonna go somewhere. It's not gonna just go away. Because you make me understand why I shouldn't feel that way. Because I listen to that. But I'm not going to listen to, well, this, and this, and that. No, it's going to be bad. We can talk about this. You got something to say to me? Please tell me. I don't like it. I'm cool with a motherfucker talking to me about it. If I got it. As long as it's right. You know what I'm saying? If I'm slacking somewhere, tell me. But don't make it a fucking competition. You know, I ain't looking to some shit I'm gonna see you do. I ain't gonna say shit about because there's no point in you complaining about it. if I'm gonna complain about it, I might as well go do it. Because if he wasn't hurt, I would do it. So it's no point. But that's one thing that I would recognize that I tolerated because of being quiet, not expressing your feelings. All right. At what point did access replace peace? That's what people don't believe. Put something wrong. But if you live in your life, I believe you're going to be happy. I know you can't always be happy with that. But if you live in your life like you want it at this point, unless it's, you know, you about to die, or you got bad motherfucking health or some shit like that, you should be able to come into, should try, I ain't gonna say you should be able to, but it shouldn't be that bad. I just say that. It shouldn't be that bad. I know this year I thought I was gonna be totally opposite than what I was gonna be. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was upset. Don't say little. Upset. I'm still upset. But I just I'm just have to figure that out. But there's some other little shit that's going on where it's pretty much motherfucking, you know, situations get sketchy. So knowing who I am as a person, you know, I have to just understand that it's another, you know, I got my partner with me too, so I can't be super depressed. Like I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do as far as what I can, but I can't be super depressed to the point where, you know, I have to keep being productive, figure other shit out to do, you know what I'm saying? Just keep it basically detached from that situation, because even I say it like this, and I got off the subject a little bit, but I was talking about when the access replaces peace. But but I can see how I can easily turn to them if you not want it. As far as like the hip hop thing, that I can see it as that, because dealing with certain people, you got to deal with their problems. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to business, it shouldn't be, if the problem's not profitable, it shouldn't be no problem. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I see it. But that was an easy let go. You know what I'm saying? If it's like, when it's not easy, that's when you ask that question. What point did access replace peace? Can you replace your peace? Alright, who did you become when you stopped forcing belonging? Who did I become when I stopped forcing belonging? And who I am right now. I just got a little more smarter on my expectations. I ain't gonna lie, I just started taking accountability, because you can't blame everything on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you probably been around this person and that person, and been in your environment and motherfucker did trick you and all that type of shit. But yeah, you can't use that excuse too many times either. You know what I'm saying? So I would call myself pretty fucking dumb, slow for the right reasons. But it was for the wrong reasons. If that makes sense. Love, you know what I'm saying? For love. Like thinking certain shit gonna be what it is in the underground game, thinking, you know, people say you gotta have money to make money, or spend money to get money. Here you say that, but you gotta spend money right. You gotta be around them, you gotta have the right team. It's a lot to go into if you gonna really make money or blow up. And that was my fault thinking that could happen with like that with the people that was around. And that's really the honest truth. That's on me. And that ain't talking about nobody, but it's just being honest. Because everything proved that. Everything proved that was wrong. It's like, man. And you sit here and try to figure out, and I'm like, nah, dog, you had high hopes, and you know, it wasn't what you thought it was, brother. It wasn't, whatever you thought was around you wasn't around you, fam. You got more thinking and more planning to do. So that's why it was easy for me just to walk away from certain shit, because you stay doing the same shit so long and just trying to prove yourself right. This ain't about proving yourself right. It's about figuring out how to get what you need to get. I knew I wasn't. After a while, like listening to how I was talking, man, I wasn't a part of that crew. I ain't part of that type of individual. Faking and talking shit and all that type of shit. Don't trust you because you can't trust them. You know what I'm saying? But enough of that. All right. I was stabilized when identity no longer negotiates. And that's just knowing yourself. Know who you are. That's one thing that you have to look at yourself. The ugly, the bad, the shit you don't want nobody to know about, shit, all type of shit. You who you are. Period. You gotta look at all that and live with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Live with yourself. You got to live with yourself. You got to be honest. You gonna have somebody, you gonna be in a relationship, get married, that's your partner. You gonna do business, they gotta be of some type of talent. And it's gonna be this business. Can't be no motherfucking talk shit. You know, you got to have qualifications for who you with, your partner. You have to read each other. You have to continue to read. Shit in 1 year ain't gonna be the same in 3 years. In 3 years ain't gonna be the same in 10 years. 10 years ain't gonna be the same in 20. And if you think it is, you add backwards. Things change. That's why people be tripping off divorces. Don't even get enough. Man, once them kids young, y'all was thinking family when y'all got married. Love and family. I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. You had the kids and all that shit, and motherfuckers been cheated on you, both of you, or he didn't cheat on you. All he did was sit on the goddamn couch when he got home and wanted you to cook all goddamn day. I wasn't thinking about that. Now what? She gonna divorce his ass, get the money, and go fuck with somebody who's gonna do the same shit. Or not. Sometimes you do find something. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying in general, You know what I'm saying? You gotta just know these things. You gotta be really on to who you are. You know, you gonna miss people. You gonna love people. You don't wanna be with people. You don't wanna, you know, if it don't go right, you're gonna still miss that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't go away just like that. We're human. We have memories. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the point of knowing who you are, what you know. So I hope that helps somebody out. That black and white soliloquy, man. Yeah, that shit. That's one of my favorite ones. They talk about the underground and love. And that's why I said I have a realistic outlook of life now. I still have that edge of something like on some successful shit, money-wise type shit. I got that urge, but I don't have that urge to. I got more urge to plan more. Not, I gotta do this. Oh, I gotta. Nah, I'm in a place just smoothly and with tact. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that's what got me. Alright, so I'm rambling right now because I feel good. I'm ready to get up out this now, like for real. But I'm gonna leave y'all with this. No crumbs, no illusions, no wasted motion. Protect your name, protect your energy, protect your position. That's the PhilosoFee Show. We up out of here. No crumbs, coalition. Make sure y'all look up that 10th Amendment. 10th Amendment. I already talked to y'all about what's going on with Trump. Don't know. That's on you. I'm gonna say it again. Y'all claim y'all said watch out for AI. I said you were right. Watch out for AI. Americans, artificially intelligent. They think they're smart. They think they know what they're talking about. All they do is get shit off of social media. They listen, and it's on both sides. It ain't just Democrats. It's a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But I'm strictly talking about the MAGA motherfuckers. Everybody who's letting Trump get away with this shit, those are the most dangerous artificially intelligent motherfuckers. Anybody on his side, because if you listen to him, like, you don't have your own brain, they actually don't know what the fuck they talking about. And you can combat it by saying, don't repeat shit you heard the other motherfuckers say. Don't say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't start with that. Don't go against them, because that's what they're there for. You know, it's like, honestly, that's what they are there for. They want you to go against them. But don't, you know, you can just be like, hey, it should be both. Like, why you keep talking about the Democrats? Why you ain't talking about the Republicans? Ain't none of them, you know, I'll use that back on. You know what I'm saying? They not, again, and another thing, this is, when you talk to them, this is what they are tripping off of. The white extinction theory. Look it up. I'm talking about it. Kirk, whatever old dude, Kirk was talking about it. They think they're gonna be extinct. And I'm just telling them, you got kids, right? You're not gonna be, you're gonna die, but you're not. What is you talking about? I'm just, and this, it's not no truth to that. You're not gonna be extinct as white men. Okay? White race, you're not gonna be extinct. Shit. Okay? So you don't have to be that scared. But these are the people who are most likely to be artificially intelligent Americans. Because all they do, listen, they get power from Trump. Okay? They get power from it. They don't have to feel like shit or whatever I can't, listen, like I said, it was, Civil War, slavery wasn't about morality. You gotta remember that. That's why this is connected. It wasn't about morality. They didn't want to just free the slaves because they thought they was human and all that type of shit, the Northerners or Abraham Lincoln. And I ain't saying anything wrong with it. I'm just speaking this plainly so you can understand that the Civil War wasn't about morality. It was about economic empowerment. That's it. So when they got free, when the slaves got free, amongst, okay, what you gonna do with these people amongst us that's free now that used to be slaves? Okay. These are people. These are the same people. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so, and again, tied to the 10th Amendment. So y'all can understand what's going on. Minnesota, 10th Amendment is to have be a sanctuary city that makes it easier for illegal immigrants to come in. They're not just letting them come in and just be illegal because motherfucker it's Minnesota. Y'all know how far Mexico is from Minnesota? That's why it is a sanctuary, see, because it's way up there. That means you gotta do some shit to get up there. You're not just gonna go clean up to Minnesota from the fucking border. But nobody gonna think that, okay? But they have the constitutional right to do that in that state. So the 10th Amendment says that state don't have to enforce federal law. Let me say that again. The 10th Amendment says that states don't have to enforce federal law. That's why they can be a sanctuary state. Okay? Now, y'all just heard what I just said, right? It's an amendment that says states don't have to enforce federal law. That don't mean that federal can't come in and do what they gotta do. That just means that state don't have to abide by it, don't have to do shit, don't have to help them or nothing. So think about when it was segregation. Federally, they wanted it to stop. Well, they actually did. Let me rephrase it. What the 10th Amendment came in at with that was, it kind of went in, well, I guess it didn't, but when all the activists came down there were trying to get the kids and like they were going to school with the white folks and all that type of shit, the federal law was telling them that they had to protect their citizens, which were black people that they didn't like. You know what I'm saying? The states didn't abide by that shit because they had that constitutional right to do that. And sorry to tell y'all, when they was locking black people up and they was saying that what you call it, like they could be, they didn't do the crime, but all they had to do was go in there and all the white people said he did it, or motherfucker jury say he did it, but they didn't prove that he did it. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty much legal. They felt like that was legal because that's their state law. They don't have to go by that federal shit. So that's why the National Guard had to come in and protect the citizens within that state. So they couldn't make them do it. They asked them to do it, but they didn't do it. So they had to send the National Guard in there to protect them. They think that motherfuckers was real about it. So that's when they so-called, that's the Civil Rights Act. Fast forward now to Minnesota. They claim they there for immigration because they know that it's a sanctuary city. So you're gonna get, you don't go somewhere, if you don't want to see gay people, you don't go to a gay city. They knew Trump knew what he was doing. It's a sanctuary city. I know if I go here, they're gonna get up in arms because we're going against their, or they ain't really going against the 10th Amendment because they can be there. You know what I'm saying? ICE can be there because Trump's president, he got federal, he can send them there. You know what I'm saying? That's what he did. So where it comes in at is you don't supposed to be killing civilians. That's a sanctuary city. A lot of people know that and live there because of that. If you haven't noticed, you got the Somalians in there because he knew when he was setting the Somalians up so long ago, man. Ain't nobody dumb. He got the Somalians over there. He getting all them people over there. He knows that they are in the community, so that's why you see a whole lot of white people pissed. Because they can't believe what they see. So, I'm just saying artificial intelligent Americans is just, you know, I'm not even, like, I'm looking at certain things, but I'm not following the talking points because I think it's Democrats' fault too. I'm not just blaming the Republicans. I'm blaming the Democrats. How the fuck y'all make, and Congress, how y'all let this dude get in? I don't care that, yeah, the whole country or whatever happened, but y'all knew what we can plainly see that how did y'all let him get into presidency? That's all I want. So I blame y'all. And I'm going to say this. If you don't have a candidate to go at him right now, or a militia to go at him right now, something, when I say militia, not nobody to kill him. Somebody who's going to pretty much counter what he doing. If y'all don't get that right now, y'all hope it's over with. He locking up reporters and all type of shit, got people arguing that dumbass shit. Man, it's the motherfucking Second Amendment, or it's the First Amendment. Yeah, the First Amendment, freedom of speech, right to press. It's checks and balances, dumbasses. Y'all gotta understand this shit. You can't be mad because it's not your politics. That's not how this goes. You keep checks and balances. We hold Donald Trump up to something. He's president, motherfucker. So we gonna hold him to certain things that he's supposed to be doing. I know y'all don't give a fuck about him shitting motherfucking with the Constitution because you mad because motherfucker got the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment in it. It ain't our fault, man. That shit old. That's some old shit, man. It's done. The Constitution has been amended. We are all citizens to get fucked by this country now, okay? We all can be fucking slaves. That was gonna happen anyway, period. It was not gonna stay the same way. That whole time, I don't know what y'all, come on, man. Grow out of it. Get it out your brains. I know it's some silly black motherfuckers around here, some silly white motherfuckers too. We can all think the same shit, okay, to each other. But you gotta grow out of the racist shit or the prejudice shit. Because if you don't own a business that can hire black people and you don't want to, then you can't be racist. So get that bullshit out your head. Racist is systematic, meaning a motherfucking job or motherfucker ain't renting to you is because you're black or whatever the fuck it is. That's what that is. That's racist. That's racism. prejudiced because you don't like me or some shit like that. I don't care if you don't like me, man. I might not like you either, whoever you around. I don't know, some shit I don't like. And I ain't gonna make you like me. We can respect each other though. Cause I don't got shit to say about you outside if I'm working with you or some shit like that. I don't give a fuck about what you got going on. And I hope you don't care about what I got going on. Unless you, and again, unless you got a business or something or I work for you. That's the only reason I will care if you're racist, because I know you ain't fucking with me. So I just want you motherfuckers to get up out of there, man. Y'all AI American motherfuckers are getting used. I saw it when he won 2016. When he was doing them racist ass motherfucking rallies. Y'all was beating up the black people, was happy. This one old man, I was looking at him like, this nigga so happy that he punched a black dude. Like he was so happy, he was raw, like he was happy. I'm like, look at this motherfucker. Like y'all feel like that, huh? Y'all still feel like that. That's crazy. Y'all didn't lose nothing. Okay, I got lakes in y'all backyard and shit. You know what I'm saying? I take vacations and shit. Send your kids to school. And if you don't do that, it's a lot of other people that don't do it with you. Okay? But a lot of y'all are doing quite well. So I don't know, you know how y'all say pick up your bootstraps and all that shit? Do that, but don't try to kill no motherfucker. Don't try to kill us. It ain't our fault that we Jesus, motherfucker. That's what I'm gonna tell you to your face. Cause I get why you're mad. When slaves can turn into what we turned into, yeah, and y'all believe that dumb shit. I'd be mad at myself for believing it. And then if you don't believe it and then you see it, yeah, I'll be mad too. But that's on you. We ain't don't nobody think we better. I don't think I'm better than nobody. I got some standards that I like to live by. But I'm not no more valuable. I can die just like anybody else. You know what I'm saying? My life can change just like anybody else. But I would never think I'm more superior than anyone. You know what I'm saying? And that's not on no ego shit. You gotta be confident in who you are as a person. There's nothing wrong with that. But trying to shit on somebody else to make yourself feel like that or to prove that you that's nuts. That's old shit. That's like little kid shit. This ain't where you do that in this country unless you do it up in business. I get that, but personally and survival, the best way to survive is together. And you in the United States, bro. This over with. Whatever shit that you think on superiority and that shit done. It's over. That's prehistoric bullshit. You gotta think of something else. So I say God bless America because it make us so comfortable that you making shit up to fight about. You know what I'm saying? You so comfortable. What's not to be happy about? When I'm talking about these people that I'm looking at who's mad, who's building, like trying to go against and build militias, I'm like, y'all got all shit. What you mad at? Please tell me what you mad at. Immigrants is not stopping your paper. This man just made up a whole department of ICE and DHS and gave them a budget. Stop. What are you mad at? That's all I want to know. All right, let me get my ass about it. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in to the PhilosoFee Show. I'm about to get up out of here.
You know what I mean? Ain't that the way you heard me at that wedding? When we met at Tina and Rouse's, young nigga. Huh? Takes us back about 40 years, huh? Yeah. Shout out to Danny Green. Focus on cash flow. Hold up. Plugs don't take pictures. Hold up. Plugs don't take pictures. Here. This a photo opportunity. Look here. This photo opportunity. Hold up. Plugs don't take pictures. Hold up. Plugs don't take pictures. Here. This a photo opportunity. Look here. A photo opportunity. Learned it on third. And I'll teach your ass. Already him. Just to teach your ass. Hippie, hello. Now fire the reefer. Mexicans call me Mota. Mama screams out Jesus. Now cut this shit. This reality inspired. Kanye West string a bell through the wire. What? Retro to get this shit right now. Black Andy Reid called the show from out of bounds. Hootie who my ass. This shit lit. In high school, daydreamed about nights like this. Welcome to Bowling Green. We do fun so proper. Drank so much vodka. Don't fuck with cold water. Hold up, yeah. Plugs don't take pictures. Hold up. Plugs don't take pictures. Here. This a photo opportunity. Look here. This photo opportunity. Hold up. Plugs don't take pictures. Hold up. Plugs don't take pictures. Here. This a photo opportunity. Look here. A photo opportunity. Got the pacing of a Don. Memory of a con. Known on the L for selling that bomb. Knows that know me, regard me a hustler. Used to whip it till it was butter and hand it to their mother. Con little sister, scam little brother. On Browns Lock Road, all in the day of a hustler. Name Vito, I represent struggle. But you struggle from where I'm from, one day you gon' hustle. And if your hustle is pretty, what you have is double. And after your double is perfected, that is I withstood some sad shit. Sold real BBC on Craigslist. Hold up. Plugs don't take pictures. Hold up. Plugs don't take pictures. Here. This a photo opportunity. Look here. This photo opportunity. Hold up. Plugs don't take pictures. Hold up. Plugs don't take pictures. Here. This a photo opportunity. Look here. A photo opportunity.
Jump out the whip. That's clean enough to pull your mama. Black on black 44. Call it Barack Obama. I see them watching. They watch me, but they can't see me. Real respected like Trump. But my move's not sleazy. Take it easy, baby. No evidence. Just put your lips on my print. I might pay your rent. I like counting bread. Love when that dough rise. Hit it to the top of the South to holler at my guy. King of the bluegrass. May whoop your blue black. If I stack slacks, so come correct. Don't mind the pit bull pistol or my queen, mister. Put the cameras away. Plugs don't take pictures.
You know I had to go get the steppers, right?
We talking God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and I, only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking God. We talking God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and I, only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking God. In the beginning that was life, so I was let's be friends. But at the end of the night, it was by my ends. I'm on the ground with my grind. You can't deny that I'm great. The only thing you can do is up the level on hay. Trump supporters wanna clean our plates.
the skies of the bay. Killing the lake, we on the slay team. And we ain't talking about holidays. Not for gunplay, but money making their way. But if you wanna take it thorough, we can make it rattle. We prepare the cattle, and we are best at battle. They said I was gossip when you brought me in this, but it's my everyday struggle that got me this. It was my mama on welfare, my daddy on crack rock. The grind don't stop. I was raised by hip hop. This one for the culture, black excellent hood nurture. We was raised with virtue. It's our time. We talking God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and I, only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking
Back
God
inside
shit.
the lines then, put the paper to pen. We form Voltron, League of Women and Men. Destroying competition with a devilish grin. Set the pace in the race, cause we winning again. We the best, Midwest, house blessings bestow. Dominate the interstate, so these suckers will know. You can't penetrate or integrate, the dungeon is closed. Okay, we liquidate, now you're living exposed. Technique, when we speak, rap rugged and raw. Transparent and translucent, going bar for bar. Rap right like two wheels on the back of a car. Like tight like vice grips on the lid of a jar. We haven't sent, pay the rent, courtesy of the team. It's inevitable, how we sever and dream. It's commendable, how we stepped on the scene. We separating God shit from your devilish schemes.
We talking God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and I, only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking God. We talking God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and I, only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking God shit.
Yeah, God shit. Great orderly direction. Showing you how intelligence triumphs.